Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, this is part one of my 5-part series explaining muscle growth. So for this episode, I'm going to give you guys a review of the basic anatomy and physiology of the muscle. The reason being because if you've forgotten about the parts and the functions of the parts of the muscle, you're gonna have a hard time comprehending or understanding the later parts of this series. There are three different kinds of muscle types. So there's cardiac, there's smooth muscles, and there's skeletal muscles, which is our topic of interest for this video. The thing that makes skeletal muscle different from the other muscle types is that it is voluntary, so we can control it, unlike smooth and cardiac muscles that the body just moves it on its own. Hi guys, so I actually made a video before this. I was drawing and explaining the parts and the functions at the same time. It took 17 minutes, so I'm gonna film this again to make the video shorter, because that was about 17 minutes long. Okay. So these are the parts of the muscle. So we start with an origin over here, which is the bone, right? So the bone, the muscle. And by the way, forgive me for the shitty illustration. I was doing it in such a hurry. Sabihin lang. Okay. So the muscle is connected to the bone via tendon, which is a connective tissue made up mostly of collagen. And the muscle is covered by a connective tissue called epimysium. The epimysium assures that the muscle can move and contract and lengthen at full range of motion while maintaining its structure. So there are different shapes of muscles, like circular, for example the orbicularis oris, or the one in the mouth. But here we just make a straight one, just like in a muscle. I mean, like biceps. Now, what makes the muscle look like has like fibers? It's not actually the muscle fibers itself. It's actually fascicles. Fascicles are bundles of muscle fibers. I'm going to explain that in a bit. So the fascicles are covered by a connective tissue called perimysium, and yep, that's it. So we move on to the muscle fiber itself. I forgot to put a label, so this is the muscle fiber. It is very important. Okay, the muscle fiber is actually the cell of the muscle. The only reason why we call it muscle fiber is because of its cylindrical and elongated shape, but pretty much it's the same, except that it has organelles that can't be found in other cells, like the myofibrils containing the we're gonna talk about that later. Okay, the muscle fiber. The muscle fiber is covered by a connective tissue called, no, not connective tissue, but the plasma membrane that encapsulates the muscle fiber is called the sarcomere. The connective tissue that surrounds the muscle fiber is called the endomysium, and the endomysium contains the extracellular fluid and the nutrients for the muscle fiber. So we would assume that the glycogen is stored over there. And in the muscle fiber, we can see that there is the nucleus. Where's Where did I place the... Okay, I didn't put any label, so I'm gonna put a label here. Nucleus. Okay. I'm getting disturbed. Okay, let's continue. So, in the muscle fiber, there's a structure called basal lamina that contains the satellite cells. Okay, remember about this because this is important in my next part, the part 2, which is muscle repair and muscle damage and repair. Okay, so just like a regular cell, the muscle fiber or muscle cell contains the cytoplasm, but here it's called the sarcoplasm. So if you've noticed, just like the sarcoplasm, they have the word sarco. In Greek, it means flesh. Just a trivia. Okay, next. Inside the muscle fiber are organelles called myofibrils. Okay, I forgot to give this a label. Myofibrils. Okay, again, important. This is for part 3 of the series. Okay, there's a lot of labels I haven't placed here. So this yellow part over here is called the sarcoplasmic reticulum. Which is basically a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This structure stores and provides calcium ions on demand. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let's continue. So, in the myofibril is the sarcomere, which is the functional unit of the muscle fiber. So, in the sarcomere, we have the proteins or the myofilaments called actin and myosin. The actin is the thin myofilament, while the myosin is the thick myofilament. So the actin and myosin are actually pretty important because this is the way that muscles move. Okay, at a cellular level. There's what we call the sliding filament theory or sliding filament mechanism. The myosin or the thick myofilament has globular heads like this. It's actually many. So like that. So that's in 2D. But in reality, it actually has lots of heads. Okay, the myosin, because in reality this is the formation of the myofilaments. One myosin is surrounded by 6 actins. Okay. So what happens during the sliding filament theory? The heads of the myosin kind of binds to the binding site of the actin, and it hooks. It kind of pulls. So sorry. Let me explain to you the sarcomere for a bit. Okay, the sarcomere. Now, the sarcomere contains the Z line. It's actually Z disc. We just call it Z line because most of the illustration are two-dimensional. So this is also Z disc. They are at the end of each sarcomere. So a sarcomere is like boxcars of a train. So they are in series throughout the muscle fiber. So the actin originates at the Z disc, okay, towards the center. In the center is the M line, and this red ones are the myosin. They originate from the M line. So what happens is when the heads of the myosin pulls the pulls, what it does is they pull the actin closer to the center of the M line, shortening the length of the sarcomere. So if you can imagine thousands of sarcomeres shortening at the same time inside a muscle fiber, so the total length of the muscle fiber shortens, and if there are thousands of muscle fibers inside a muscle shortening at the same time, the total length of the muscle fiber shortens, thus creating a muscle contraction. So yeah, that's it guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for listening to my very shitty explanation. I can tell you though that was kinda accurate. I think that was like 99% accurate. If I made any mistakes, but I think everything was spot on. If you want more videos like this, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for the upcoming parts of the muscle growth series. Guys, since man ako explain in English for my international audience, musturyan ako og binisaya para mas maga-express ko sa myself. Actually, sayo na dyan siya. So, magsugod ta sa origin, which is ang bukog, di ba? Mo yan unod na to, which is ang muscle. Ang muscle, ni-connect siya sa bone via tendon. Okay? So, kanang tendon, connective tissue siya. Kabala mo na. Ang connective tissue nga cover sa muscle, gitawag og epimysium. Ang epimysium, kay mao siya ang nag-assure sa muscle nga makalihok siya through the full range of motion, nga dili mabungkag ang iyang structure. Okay? So, ang muscle, bundle na siya og daghang mga fascicle, which is bundle po sa daghang mga muscle fiber. So, ang kanang fascicle, muna siyang hatag sa muscle sa kanang murag serrated, murag fiber nga porma ba? Dili dyan siya ang muscle fiber. Kang muscle fiber, gagmay gina siya. Muna siya ang cells actually sa muscle. Okay. Ang cover sa fascicle, on the other hand, is ang permeation ang tawag. Okay? Muna siya gabandol sa fascicle. So, as I said, ang fascicle kay bundles of muscle fiber. So, muna siyang muscle fiber. Ang muscle fiber, actually, ang muscle fiber, muna siya ang muscle cell. Gitawag lang na siya fiber, kay, kanang tungod kay, taas man siya og porma. So, murag fiber ba? So, tawag siya muscle fiber. Ang cover sa fiber, which is ang plasma membrane kunuhay sa cell, gitawag siya sarcolemma. Kay kanang muna siya kanang murag distinct niya nga name ba? Sarco, which means flesh or unod in Greek. Okay? Sa muscle fiber napoy structure nga gitawag nga basal lamina. Sa basal lamina diha nato makit-an ang satellite cells. Now, make sure na inyo ning hinumduman ha, kay importante kini siya sa part 1 sa ako ang muscle damage and repair nga video. Now, sa muscle fiber, naasad ang nucleus, which contains the genetic code, di ba? Muna siya murag kanang murag brain kunuhay sa cell. Okay. So, di na lang nako i-appel ang kanang mga blood vessels, ang mga motor neurons, diretso na lang ta dire sa organelles sa muscle fiber. So, dire sa muscle fiber diha nimo makit-an ang mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. Okay? So, kaning yellow mo ni siya ang gitawag nga sarcoplasmic reticulum. So, basically, kanang sarcoplasmic reticulum, more na siya ang smooth endoplasmic reticulum sa muscle fiber. Gitawag lang siya na, kay again, para mailhan nga diha siya sa muscle. Pero ang kanang sarcoplasmic reticulum, mo na siya ang ga-store muna siyang budiga o tighatag sa calcium ions kung kinahanglanan. So, usa pod sa organelle diri sa kuan. Ay, by the way, ang kanang cytoplasm gani sa cell, sa muscle fiber, ang tawag ana is sarcoplasm. Sarco na pod lagi. Okay. So, ang usa pod sa organelle is gitawag nato nga myofibril. So, muna siya importante kaayo. Kay mao ni siya ang makapalihok sa muscle. Okay? So, ano naman siya makapalihok? So, sa myofibril na ang functional unit sa muscle fiber, which is ang sarcomere. So, ang sarcomere, okay, mura na siya kanang ug sa train pa kanang mga individual niya nga mga sakyanan ba, mga truck sa train. So gatalay na siya, galinya na siya. Pero don't forget ha, sa usa ka muscle fiber daghan kay nang kuan kanang sito gani sarcomeres, yeah, or myofibrils. So ang sarcomere ga-contain siya sa actin o myosin. Ang kaning puwa is mo siya myosin, actin ng green. Ako ra lang different color para ma-differentiate niya. Ang actin, ang myosin is ga-originate siya sa tunga sa sarcomere sa M line, okay? Muna siya gitawag nga thick myofilament. Kay bagga man siya. Bagkag na. Ang green or ang actin, ang thin myofilament is ga-originate siya sa Z disc. So, unsa may importance ana nila? So, by the way, mo ni siya ang porma jud sa actin. Mo siya kanang pearls ba nga duha ka protein nga murag ribbon structure. Di na lang kay ko go into detail, but ang myosin on the other hand is ang kani siya, which has kaning murag mga dila-dila. So, unsa man din nakapalihok ana? Ang buhaton sa myosin is more siya mubira gani sa actin paduol sa tunga, di ba? As you remember, gikan sa tunga ang myosin. So what happens pag bira niya, bira siya. Ang distance sa duha ka Z disc or Z line, gitawag siyang Z line sa mga libro kay 2D man lagi, pero ang in reality 3D man siya, Z disc na siya. So ang distance sa duha ani mumubo siya, kay gibira man siya patunga. So if maka-imagine ka, daghan kay mga sarcomeres, okay? Daghan kayo mga fibers. Pag shorten ana niya, mo shorten ang muscle fibers, thus the entire muscle. Muna siya mo shorten ang muscle, mo lang makaproduce ka muscle contraction. Okay? So, muna siya ang binisaya o paspas nga pag-explain sa parts sa muscle.